Thank you for tuning in to the official YouTube channel of AshEka Financial Planners. I am Sandeep, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about a very popular tax saving instrument called the ELSS. ELSS stands for Equity Linked Savings Scheme. It's also called a tax saving mutual fund. I'm going to be talking about how different it is from a regular mutual fund and also about the advantages of ELSS. The very first advantage of ELSS compared to a regular mutual fund is it gives you tax deduction under section 80C. Tax deduction. What does this mean? This means that every rupee you invest in this kind of mutual fund can be claimed as a tax deduction under section 80C up to a limit of 1.5 lakhs, which is the limit for section 80C. Other mutual funds cannot be shown as an investment, whereas ELSS mutual funds can be shown as an investment. Now the catch is it has a 3-year lock-in period. All right, that is also an advantage. I'll tell you why it's an advantage. This is the instrument that has the shortest lock-in period among all 80C investments. If you take PPF, for example, the lock-in period is 15 years with partial withdrawals allowed in between. If you take a tax-saving FD, the lock-in period is 5 years. If you take NPS, it goes on till your retirement. So ELSS mutual funds have the shortest lock-in period of 3 years. And say today is the 29th of March 2020. So if you invest any amount today, it will be locked in until the 28th of March in 2021, 22, 23. 2023, March 28th, until then it will be locked in, and after that you're free to redeem all the units that you have invested as on March 28th, 2020. So that is the other advantage of ELSS, just a 3-year lock-in period. ELSS also has the reputation of giving the highest returns among all the tax saving instruments. Now, of course, returns are market linked. Currently, due to the market crash, you would see that the last couple of months returns have been pretty poor. But mutual funds are a long-term investment. So if you look at long-term figures, 7 years to 10 years, all the top ELSS mutual funds have delivered about 15 to 17%, which is a very good return when you compare it to the other tax saving instruments in under section 80C. I would like you to have a look at this. 5-year bank FD gives you about 6 to 7% returns. Now it would be even lower because FD rates have been reduced by banks. They locked in for 5 years, and they're also taxable. The entire interest that you earn on the FD is taxable. PPF is again which gives you 7 to 8%, around that, depending on what the rates are. The government keeps declaring rates on an ongoing basis, and they're locked in for 15 years, but they're of course tax free. National Savings Certificate again gives you 7 to 8%. It's locked in for 5 years, and you also are taxed on the returns. NPS is again giving you about 8 to 10% returns, and that's what we've seen in the past. And it's locked until your retirement. And of course, there are some ways where you can do some premature exit, but you'll be heavily taxed on that as well. Whereas ELSS mutual funds have just a 3-year lock-in period, so that is a major advantage. The other advantage is they say mutual funds can also be taxed. Yes, from the last year, long-term capital gains on mutual funds have to be paid at 10%, but it's only for gains above 1 lakh in a financial year. So if you invest say 1 lakh in an ELSS mutual fund, and it has become about 1,90,000 in 3 years, then if you redeem the entire amount, will you be paying any long-term capital gains on that? The answer is no, because the gain is only 90,000 and it hasn't crossed the 1 lakh threshold. So therefore you would be redeeming the entire amount without paying any long-term capital gains. So that is the other advantage. And of course, the last advantage of ELSS mutual fund is you get instant investment certificate or proof, instant proof. So you could invest online. I will share in the descriptions how to do that. You could invest and instantly you get a proof. So you don't have to wait for a few days or a few hours to get the investment certificate or the investment proof. So that is also something ELSS takes care of. It gives you a very it gives you an instant investment certificate or investment proof. Now I'd like to talk about which mutual fund, ELSS mutual fund, I personally recommend. I'm a big fan of the Axis Long-Term Equity Fund. It has delivered tremendous results, and the expense ratio, that is the amount of money that you would be shelling out for the management of the fund, is also pretty reasonable. It isn't too high, and I've seen tremendous potential and tremendous returns in Axis Long-Term Equity Fund. It is an ELSS, and we at AshEka Financial Planners are very happy to be associated with them. So if you would like to invest in Axis Long-Term Equity Fund, please drop in a mail to us, hello@asheka.in, or drop a message in the comment section, and we'll be happy to guide you. It's a very simple process. You can do that online. Remember, today is the 29th of March. We have 2 more days in this financial year. You still have time to invest in tax saving instruments. You could invest up to 1.5 lakhs in ATC. Of course, if you're a salaried employee, you may already be having certain tax exemptions in the form of provident fund and so on. But if you think, or many of you believe that the time is already over for investments, no. It is typically in the month of January and February when you submit your investment proof to your company, but that you still have time until 11:59 p.m. on the 31st of March. So 2 more days to go. If you like to invest in a tax saving mutual fund, please always feel free to get in touch with me. My name is Sandeep, and you're watching the official YouTube channel of AshEka Financial Planners. Thank you for watching. Please check out our Facebook page, our LinkedIn page, as well as our Twitter handle, and we also have our website up and running. It's a very simple website, just to have an online presence. It's www.asheka.in. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.